Sir, is this your Ferrari?
Yes.
What did you do to be able to afford a Ferrari?
I sold the biggest company in my industry in 2018.
What type of company?
It was a specialty finance company.
How much did you sell your company for?
Almost 100 million.
100 million?
Yes.
Could I interview you for 1 minute real quick?
Sure, I've got a few minutes.
How long have you been a business owner?
So I've been an owner since 2000, so about 25 years now.
Over these 25 years, what's the greatest lesson that you've learned about entrepreneurship that you give to somebody about to start their first company in today's world?
So I've worked for 3 of the biggest companies in the world, and I was in a senior management position in those companies. And what I learned is it's a lot better to make money for yourself and the people that work for you as opposed to really big companies. So the best advice I can give is to start something on your own if you really want to make it big. Take a chance and bet on yourself.
Did you come from a lot of money?
I did not. Blue collar neighborhood, Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Dad was a mason, mom was a housewife.
So what was your turning point to financial freedom?
I worked at a big company and had a really good mentor. He taught me a lot, and he was the one who said, if you really want to be successful and make a lot of money, it's not going to happen if you're working for a big company. You have to find different alternative ways to make money. So I started a little side business while I was working full-time and realized that that was my passion. Again, the message is betting on yourself.
And what was the biggest risk that you took throughout your career?
Biggest risk I took is probably one that I took in my early 60s, which is where I am right now, and that's raising a lot of money from people that trust me, millions of dollars, and being responsible for that. It was easy to do that when I was younger, but once things started to set in, the enormous responsibility to manage other people's money is something that's really important.
So in your 60s, you're still taking risks?
I'm still taking risk and I'm not stopping. As a matter of fact, we're starting a restaurant in about 2 weeks, and some people see one restaurant, I see a chain of restaurants. Whenever I do something, I try not to focus on the present, I try to focus on the future and have a vision about what it's going to become in the future.
And you're in the top part of the top 1%. What are you investing in right now in today's world?
So they used to say it's 100 minus your age. I have a broker's license. I was on Wall Street, and 100 minus my age would mean I should only be 35% in equities. I'm 95% in equities.
You're 95% in equities?
Yes.
In
So
the stock market?
In the stock market, but I've also invested in a cryptocurrency fund, and I put a pretty significant amount of business in there, whereas, Bitcoin is 40% of the holding. So
you like crypto?
I like crypto. I'm starting to really understand it and starting to see that it's the next gen.
Do you think people should buy some cryptocurrency?
I do, but I think it should only be a percentage of their portfolio. So if someone has a modest risk profile, it should probably be 10 to 15% of their profile. It's 25% of my profile.
And what was the best financial decision you made throughout your career?
Becoming an entrepreneur, no question, no question.
Would you have done it any other way?
I would not have done it any other way, and I wouldn't change anything. I'm happy sitting in a Ferrari right now, and I'm happy